What's good, y'all? Today, September, August 6th, on my way to Stamford, Connecticut. I'm gonna go there, meet up with my sisters, and I think a friend of hers as well, and my sister's boyfriend. So it should be a good time. We're going in to celebrate my older sister's birthday. She just had a birthday on September 4th. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Also, my grandmother just turned 90, which is kind of crazy too. Her birthday is also on September 4th. But yeah, she just turned 90, which is wild, bro. Wild. So happy birthday to my grandmother, you know. Happy birthday, Granny. Lay. But yeah, now on my way to Stamford. I don't think I've ever been to Stamford, Connecticut, ever. Um, I'll see once I get there, but I definitely don't remember ever going to Stamford, Connecticut. I ain't never been there before. So it'll be a cool experience. There are a couple of like cafes and I guess restaurants they want to go to, or she wants to go to. I think there was this beer garden that she wanted to go to. It was supposed to rain today, so she was like, it might be cut for that, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't rain, and if it does, hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's just like a passing shower. But that's really my day. I already worked out earlier today, so that was cool. Had a good little chest and tricep workout. Tried to switch it up with the fit. You know, I ain't never wearing a mock neck with the vest. So it don't look bad. I'm so used to wearing the mock neck. I'm so used to wearing a vest with a button-up shirt. I ain't never really wear it with a mock neck before. So I ain't really used to it. To me, it looks a little weird, but I don't think it's bad, though. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rock it. And also, like, great thing about having sisters is, like, they going to let me know. If I come and they like, yeah, this fit ain't it, then I'll just take off the vest. Which I'll be like, all right, it's fine. I'll just wear slacks and this, and I'll just rock the tight shirt. Just call it a day. But I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks good. I think it's just I'm not used to seeing it. I did see somebody else rock it on a YouTube video, and I liked it, and that's why I'm rocking it. The only difference is he was rocking the vest open, which is a very interesting fashion choice. I never really see anybody rock double-breasted vest open, but he was rocking it open. So I was like, okay, but I still kind of like the look a little bit. So I was like, you know what? That's straight. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I ain't rock it open. But I figured I'd put this on. Shout out to Trey. I got to give me a chain. But shout out to Trey. He let me rock his chain today, which I appreciate. Shout out to the Brody. I got to give me a chain to wear, man, or something. Obviously, I ain't got the funds to buy no Cuban Link joint, but even though the Cuban Link with this, woo! That'd been nice. That would have been nice. But unfortunately, I don't have the funds to rock that. I don't have the funds to buy one at the very moment. You know, one day things gonna change, man. It ain't gonna be like this forever. You know, so one day that'll happen. But today, shout out to Trey. He let me rock the chain. So it's gonna be a good day, I believe. I believe it's gonna be a fun day. You know, something I want to touch on because I notice I say this a lot. Like, I talk about, like, I feel like a lot of my videos I've talked about, like, my appreciation for my family and stuff like that, and I really try to be, like, upbeat and be grateful. And I just want to talk about the importance of gratitude. I believe it's very important to appreciate what you got. You know, I'm a believer in God. I believe in Christ. And I believe that God ain't going to give you any more if you don't appreciate what you have. You know? Because why would you give someone something if they ain't going to appreciate it? If what they currently have, they don't appreciate, and they can't find the joy and the goodness in it, why would you give them more, you know? And I think about it because, like, God is our Heavenly Father. We are His kids. But if you bring it down to, like, an earthly level, you know, if you have a son or a daughter, and if they aren't appreciative of the toys and stuff they have now, would you want to give them more toys? They don't even appreciate the toys that you already bought them. But you're going to buy them more toys because they're complaining and stuff like that? No, because it's like you're ungrateful. And I believe the Lord kind of looks at it the same way. I believe that in order for Jesus to bless us, God to bless us with more or some of the things that we have asked for, we have to appreciate what he has given us and show him that we are able to take care of what we have. I want a Camaro. Why would the Lord give me a Camaro if I don't appreciate the Honda I have? Why would the Lord give me a Camaro if I treated my Honda like a piece of crap? So what makes him think I'm going to treat my Camaro better if I can't even treat what he's giving me right? It's like being a good steward, as they say. Are you a good steward over what you have? Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, kind of a fan of his, but he was talking about money. He was like, how are you steward over your current finances? And I think to myself, like, damn. So if I'm trash with my current finances I have right now, why would the Lord give me $1 million if I can't even deal with my current financial situation correctly? It doesn't make sense, because I'm just going to destroy myself. And I feel like as a loving father, God ain't going to put us in position for us to be destroyed. I believe he's going to put us in position for us to grow and become better and to be successful at the end of the day. So why would he give you $1 million if you can't even appreciate the couple of dollars that you got now? And that's why I try my best to be very, very grateful for what I have. And some of it too is just an understanding of, aside from like, yeah, obviously you want to be blessed with more, but like outside of that, it's just an understanding of what I have. I understand a lot of people don't have. And I've seen people around me who I'm close with, who I'm cool with, who don't have as much as I have, who don't have the experiences that I have, or don't have the opportunities I have, or even some of the people don't have the material things that I have. And I'm like, damn, and not saying that their life is worse in any which way, because it's not, but it's just my life could be so much different. And I could sit here and complain and complain and complain and complain. But, there's people out there who would kill for what I have, who would love to be in the position that I'm in. So who am I to complain about what I have when other people dream of what I have? That's why I appreciate the car I have. A lot of people would dream to have a Honda. So who am I to complain about my Honda? A lot of people would dream to have a good relationship with their parents and a good relationship with their sisters. Some people even dream to have parents, because they might be an orphan, to have sisters, they might be the only child. So who am I to complain about, my sisters and my parents, and I understand this, like, we have a great relationship. They are very loving. We all look out for each other. We all watch out for each other. We all really try to do the best for each other. And I understand some households really just ain't run like that. I've talked to men who said they don't have a relationship with their father. They don't know who their father is. I know people whose mothers and parents have passed away and died. I know only child who would love to have a sibling to talk to and to lean on and all that other stuff, or even just to have playful banter with. And they don't have any of that. So I understand that, and I really try to cherish the moments I have, because I don't have to have it. I also understand that, one day everything is going to change. Like how my life is now, it ain't going to be like this forever. It's not. It's unfortunate, but everybody dies. So whether I die before the rest of my family members or I lose a family member, like, I understand. Like, I ain't going to see y'all. Like, this isn't the life we have here on earth. This is not eternal life. We all have an expiration date. So appreciate this time with them forever, And I think about, for instance, this Honda, if you want to talk about material things, One day I'm going to get a new car. Eventually. This car has an expiration date. I'm already pushing 150,000 miles. It might have another 50,000 before I got to get rid of it and get a new one. And of course, a new one will be cool. But who's to say the new one will be an upgrade? Also, I've had a lot of great experiences. This is my first car. This is my first vehicle. I have a lot of great experiences in here. I had a lot of fun times in here, a lot of laughs in here, a lot of adventures, a lot of road trips, Got a lot of stories in this car. And the next car, obviously, probably gonna make some more memories and some more stories. But it won't be this. It ain't gonna be the same stories. It ain't ever gonna be the same. So I also understand that is what we going through in life right now, whatever troubles you might be going through or whatever you have, like appreciate it because it ain't gonna be like this. If you're going through troubles, you can look at it as these troubles ain't gonna be like this forever. Things are gonna pass. And if you sitting there enjoying the presence of your family, of your friends, you gotta understand that. Not to be sad, sulk in the moment, but just makes you appreciate it even more because you gotta understand one day all this is gonna change. I think about it a lot with my friends too, and I've seen the change because these friends I've had outside of Trey, these friends I talk to are really my homies. I've known them since before high school. Talk about elementary school. All these dudes I've met in elementary school, or if not elementary school, middle school. But I'm talking about we were all young. Trey, the only one I met when I was 18, who like I'm really like locked in with. Like he really the Brody. And I understand and seeing the relationship that has changed from at least the friends I've had in elementary school, middle school to now, it's not the same. Yes, we still there, we still talk, it's still that, but we used to talk every single day. Go to school, talk, come home, talk. Talk every single day for hours on end. But now it's not the same. Why? Well, some of us moved out. All of us have jobs, so all of us are working, so we can't talk all the time. Some of us got girlfriends, so the time that we used to give to the team, we got to now give to our girls. Some people, some people have moved. We've all moved. Some people are still up in Middletown. Me, Trey, and Charles here in Connecticut. My boy Jaden out in West Virginia. We all over. Some of us are still in school, still in college, so they got to study and stuff like that because they trying to work on getting a career. It's not the same as what it once was. And I understand that that's going to continue to change because eventually, one of us is bound to get married. One of us is bound to have a kid. It's going to happen. So if that's the case, well, imagine if one of the Brodies had a kid. They definitely won't be coming on as much because now they got to be a father. They won't be able to talk as much. If they married, living with their girl, probably won't be able to come on and talk as much. Like, things are just going to be different. So it's like, appreciate the times now that I have with them. Same with my parents. Appreciate the times now that I have with them because they getting old. My sisters, appreciate the time I have now. One of them is about to get married. Things are changing and things are constantly going to change. So you got to appreciate what you have in front of you. Because things are going to change. Some things are going to be taken away from you and it's going to hurt. So you got to appreciate what you have now. And also, pretty much everybody wants more in life. No matter what it is. Some people want $1 million. Other people just want a little bit of a raise at their job. Everybody wants different things, but it's almost like everybody wants more in life. But before the Lord is going to bless you with more, I believe you got to show him that, one, you are grateful for what he has given to you, and two, you are responsible enough to handle what he has given to you. So then when he does choose to give you more, you can still handle it and not fumble the bag and not mess it up, whatever that is. So that's my little spiel. Be grateful. Be happy with what you got. Be grateful. Be happy with what you got. Pray to the Lord. Continue to pray. I know no one really watches this, but if you do watch it, pray to the Lord. Get right with Jesus. No one watches it but me. It's a good little reminder. You know what I mean? But that's it for my little spiel right now. Like I said, on my way to Stanford. I think the first stop is Coco Cafe, which it seems like they had like cool little like drinks and stuff. So, and then the next is Sign of a Whale or the Sign of Whale, something like that. And I think that's a place that we have an appointment for or a reservation at. And then there's some other places that she wants to go to. So we'll see how the day goes. But I'm excited. It's always good to get out of the house. Always good to see family and stuff like that. So catch y'all later.
I like the sign of the whale, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Honey, we're not ready here. We're in Connecticut. Wait.
Now you're adding on to the list. Girl, now you're adding on to the list.
The Wheel.
You want a drink?
A restaurant called The Wheel.
Relax in a bikini.
Hurry, tell me. Like, I feel like it says it on the contrary. Saying, you know when, like, you...
What's good? So today was a great day. We were all done. 7:30. Got an hour and a half ride back home. Overall, it was a really, really good day. You know, I really, really did appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with my sisters. I genuinely enjoyed myself. I did. It was a great day today. You know, can't really complain. Checked out some different places. I don't think I recorded the first place, but it was Coco Cafe. Then we ended up going to the Sign of Whale, which I don't think I recorded. We went to the Beer Garden, but they were closed. So after that, we went to I think it was called Hope and Vine or something. Hop and Vine, something like that. And then after that, we just went and ate at a place called The Wheel, which is also a very nice place. I'd definitely go back to The Wheel for sure. I'd go back to Hop and Vine. That was kind of more of a chill place, but I would go back to The Wheel like to have like a dinner. It was nice there, bro. It was nice there. I really liked it there. That might have been my favorite place to go. I like the atmosphere. I like that type of vibe. So that might have been the number one spot to be at today, in my personal opinion. But altogether, though, it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. It was real cool, man. It was real cool. I didn't get pressed about wearing a suit, but my sister, you know, was kind of asking me about, like, my ideology with the suits. And I didn't feel no type of way because I can tell, like, she was genuinely trying to, like, talk to me. But then, like, it was kind of like a me and her conversation, me and one of my other sister. And then, like, the rest of the group got into it. They got kind of loud. No one was pressing me. I didn't feel any type of attack. But I appreciate the conversation because, like, my sister, like, you could just tell she was genuinely just asking, like, about my ideology with, like, wearing suits all the time and getting my, like, opinion and, like, what I thought about, you know, is there any days I might do casual or not? Like, I could tell she was just genuinely trying to pick my brain, you know? And I really appreciate that because I do like conversations like that. I have no problem with someone, like, asking me a question or maybe even disagreeing with me, but it has to come from, like, a genuine place, like, of not feeling attacked. And both my sisters do a good job at this, but I was specifically talking to Tiana during this time, and I think she did a really good job. Kind of doing that with me. Like I said, Tasia does a great job doing that as well. Want to give her props. But Tiana, in this case, this was how the conversation started. She did a very good job. I think some of that too is like just her being a teacher. So it's kind of like I feel like in her nature in a way. But her getting her ideology, her trying to get my ideology on the whole suits thing. So it was really cool to kind of break down to her, you know, why I suit up, why I think it's important, and you know, maybe me not necessarily trying to go casual. I look at the suit, it's a uniform, man. It's kind of what it is. I think it's a good way to carry yourself. And being 25 is just a good way to set yourself apart, you know? Everybody else do the same thing. And I feel like I'm different. Crazy enough, even walking today, got some looks from ladies, man. Got some looks. There's just one specific time I'm walking. It's starting to rain. And everybody else kind of went in front. The girls went. Um, Everyone else kind of was like in front of me because they all use the bathroom and stuff. It's like I'm kind of like in the back, and I'm walking, and as I'm walking, it's slowly starting to rain, and I'm just keeping cool because I'm like, one, I'm not gonna run. Two, it's just rain at the end. Like at the end of the day, it's just water. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. And literally as I'm walking, I peek over, see Shorty staring at me. I'm like, damn, okay. I peek over again and see another girl staring at me too, and I was like, damn. And she was with somebody too, and I was like, damn, it's a cold world. Cold world. No, I'm not saying she's gonna do something. But it was just like interesting that, like, you know, catch people peeping at you, looking at you, staring at you. So it was a good little feeling, you know. Coming in before I even saw my my sisters and everybody, I had older woman, probably between ages of like 55 and 65. She was like, "You look very nice," So I got a compliment from her, so that was very nice. So I like wearing the suits. I'm gonna keep on doing it, man, as long as I possibly can. I don't see why stop now. But that's pretty much it. I got a 2 hour ride home. At the time, it's about 7:40. It's 7:39, so I should be getting home. I have an hour and a half ride, so I should be home probably around like 9 ish. Probably around that time. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brody. I love you. Keep your head up. Keep pushing. Catch you later. Peace.